And it's important to note that while special education enrollment may be declining in total, the out of district enrollment has maintained. It hasn't, and that is more costly.
That's a huge cost.
Yes. So that's been steady. And the security aid has actually increased by $20,000. So there are two components here. One is based on projected enrollment, so that we did lose $20,000 here. But the other component is based on the projected at-risk students, which has increased in our district. So here we have received an additional $40,000, but the net amount for security aid then is a $20,000 increase. So as we know, we don't receive equalization aid, and that remains true. So equalization aid is based on a 3-year average of district income and district property value, and our local fair share exceeds our adequacy budget by $71 million. So it's a pretty wide gap. And two things I wanted to just mention is that the reduction in state aid was capped at 3%, and had it not been, we would have seen an additional decrease of $19,000. Also, half-day kindergarten enrollment is only counted as a half in the state aid enrollment calculation. So with the implementation of full-day kindergarten, we would expect to see, a slight decrease in state aid.
Can you explain that part again about with the full day, you would see a decrease?
You'd see a slight increase because
Okay.
Because when the DOE projects our enrollment, they only count our kindergarten as half.
Okay.
As half day. So in the future, if we have a full day kindergarten, they would count the students as the whole amount.
So we should see
A little increase.
A little
Not huge.
increase.
And it depends too, like we would see more in the security aid really, because that's really based on the enrollment. But transportation, I don't know how that will swing because it will be less runs, I think. The midday runs being.
The midday runs, so
there might be.
yeah, the kindergarten, they get delivered and picked up and dropped off basically twice, AM and PM. So now we're gonna have one pickup,
Right.
one drop off,
So
right?
there'd be less.
So we have the same amount of students, but less runs,
Yeah.
right? Because we don't have those midday runs. So mathematically, how that calculates in the state projections is pretty interesting because we have full value students, right? Because they're here for the full day, but we have less runs bringing them back and forth.
Right. So like for security aid, if we had the kindergarten, if it had been full day, it would have been just for that particular state aid, an extra $14,000. So that is really, that's the explanation for state aid. Why we got a decrease this year.
Okay, does anyone have questions or comments? I have just for the public's knowledge, do we need to make any cuts to any programs or staff in lieu of this decrease at all? Just
No.
so that the public is aware?
We have managed to work everything into the, without any, and maintain everything without any program cuts or staff cuts.